What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, my name's Joe. If you don't care to, please subscribe to this channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and drop a little smiley face emoji so that I know that you're new and I can say hi. If you are not new here, then you are noticing something a little different about me. I normally have really like jet black hair, and my best friend is getting married this weekend. On Saturday, this video will go up on Friday, so the next day my best friend is getting married, and her fiance just so happens to be became my husband's best friend. So our best friends are getting married this weekend, and stay tuned, make sure you are subscribed for that, and because I am going to vlog that entire day, and that's always so much fun to watch. I love watching videos like that. But like I said, if you're not new here, then you notice that I normally have jet black hair, but I was getting ready for her wedding, just doing like fun little stuff. I'm gonna get my nails done tomorrow, which is why these are off, but I did go get lighter pieces put throughout my hair, just for fun, honestly. I could have just went back black, and I did get her to cut off a little bit more length. I don't have on any makeup because I did get a spray tan as well, and that's still developing. I was already dark complected, but it did give me more of like a bronzy golden color. Of course, you know, when you wash it off, it does look a lot more natural, so my face probably looks like orangish right now. But like I said, when you wash it off, it'll be all even. So for today's video, it was perfect timing because I planned on doing this type of video for a long time, but I didn't know when. I was like trying to plug it in at a perfect spot, and since I did get a spray tan and I'm getting my nails done again tomorrow, and I did get my hair colored, I just figured, or lightened really, I just figured this would be a good time for this video. So if you have not noticed by the title, I have not really thought of the best title for this video, because it's not cosmetic procedures, it's maybe just cosmetic processes. I don't really know how you would word that, because some of it's procedures and some of it's just things you have done. Everything's temporary. So, I wanted to talk about the things that I have done and what I love, what I hate, what I'll do again when I can afford it, what I'll never do again, you know, etc. Because I personally, when I was like thinking of doing all these procedures, I YouTubed videos of these procedures nonstop just to see like everything, not just procedures. Like when I think procedure, I think like injections and surgeries and things, but that's not just what I'm talking about. So we'll start with what I have done now, but we're also going to talk about more like actual procedures that I have had done and my experience with them. So, okay, so we'll start with the basics. The basics is coloring your hair. This is something I have done since a very young age because my mother was a cosmetologist for years. I mean, technically she still is, she just doesn't practice it. But so I got my hair like in middle school. I wanted my hair highlighted and begged and begged and begged and begged and begged and begged and begged, possibly even 5th grade actually, and my mom let me get it highlighted. I feel the same way about it with children, like, you know, maybe not at 5 years old, but whenever it's like you're getting into the scene where like you notice people or you want to look a certain way or whatever, I'm all for that. I'm 100% all for that. I feel like, because my oldest is 5 years old, that's why I say at 5, but I feel like at 5 years old, you really just want what you see. Like, you don't really know what you are as your own person, but you kind of just see people looking like that and you're like, oh, I want to do it just because I like that person and she did it. Whereas when you get in middle school, you kind of are learning who you are and what you want, and I think I'd be okay with it. But I started doing that at a really young age, and my hair has always been very dark. Even like when I get black put on it and it grows out, my roots are so dark brown that on video you can't even tell that my roots are so grown out, because they were before I got my hair done. In my previous videos, like, they were grown out a good 3 or 4 inches, but you can't tell unless you get in the sunlight, and then like part of my hair looks like jet black and the roots of my hair look like black but with red tint, so it's kind of weird. But anyways, moving on, that's how I feel about the hair coloring. But something else that I have done is today I got a spray tan. So let me tell you my experience with that. I've never gotten a spray tan before today. So today I didn't go in a booth. Actually, my friend who does my hair that I mentioned in the how to be successful, like supporting other people's dreams, I mentioned her. She does my hair. I will insert the link to that video up there or up there. Again, I never know which side it is, but up there once. She does my hair, and she did my spray tan, and immediately I loved the color. Of course, there's not like a finished outcome at the moment, so I can't really say for sure how I like the whole process because I don't shower until morning because it's a 24-hour spray tan. So I'm not going to shower until the morning time, but I really enjoy the way it looks. You know, if it looks just as natural, you know, on my legs, or just like bronzy. I say natural. It looks pretty. It doesn't look orange at all, but it looks so like bronzy, and I love, 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 love the color of it. I have seen people get spray tans, then it doesn't look great. It looks orange, so I guess just be careful where you go, research the products and the people, but I have full trust in Brooke, so I let her do it to me for my first time. Again, that was for my best friend's wedding, so this is all preparation for that. But I will say the only thing that kind of sucks about it is if you aren't familiar with spray tans, you can't get wet at all for that 24 hours. Like, you can't sweat, you can't, you know, drool, you can't sneeze and leave it. Like, you literally have to avoid all moisture at all cost or you will get streaks. And with 3 children, especially one at 4 months old, and spitting up, I'm talking about, I've been dodging bullets all day long. And then in the car, it's so hot. So in the car, I made sure my car was started, the air conditioner was going, and I was still like starting to get hot, but I didn't want to sweat. So I like had like my shirt halfway up going down the road, and I was like, please don't sweat. Oh my God. So I was freaking out about it. I'm just gonna be honest. So the only thing that sucks about it, but I mean, it's a super pretty tan and it's super quick, so it's worth it. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is my lips. I did get lip injections. I got them in March of last year, and believe it or not, I know that my lips don't look full or voluptuous at all right now, but this is way bigger than they were before I got injections. They're at a nice, like, natural plumpness for me. My lips were paper thin before I got injections. And they said, you know, whatever's left over after 6 months will probably be where your natural lips will stay. And it has been, like I said, it was March of 2018, and we are in September, wow, of 2019, so it has been a year and a half at least. Let's see, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. It's literally been a year and a half, and this is what I have left. So it is definitely, my camera's shaking. Hold on. I'm trying to get it at a good, like, stable point. I have a really reset up. But anyways, but these are what they look like now. I will insert a picture of, like, I did it before and after. It was right before I went in, so you'll see how thin my lips were. These are my lips now. I'm just going to let you look at them. And I'll actually go ahead and insert here that this is my before and this is my after. And in the before I had numbing cream, so that's what the cream is all over my mouth. And then the after I had a lot of moisturizer on, so that's what you see as far as the moisture. But this is my before and afters of getting my lip injections. Now granted, as soon as you get them done, they're swollen, and they're swollen for a few days. But it didn't go down much more than that after picture until about 5 to 6 months later. So here's my before, here's my after, and here's my current. So as you can see, it's obviously bigger than my lips were before, but not near as big as they were after I got them done. But I would do that again. So the procedure itself is, I'm about to sneeze, hold on. Okay, never mind, I don't know what happened. But the procedure itself is not painful. I think it's more mentally, I say that I have a high pain tolerance. Like I just do, because I know pain is temporary and it'll go away, especially when it's something like that. Like I know that it's just a temporary moment, and it's bearable. Like there were a few times where it was like, oh, but it was bearable. It was like they do put the numbing cream on it, and then you let it sit for a long period of time, like 30 minutes, and you really can't feel your lips. However, when they put the injection in, they go all the way in, and they're kind of like push the needle, so you do kind of feel that prickling inside of your lip, but you don't really feel the needle go in, I guess you would say. He did say my lips were tough, so there were times where he was like pushing really hard with the needle, and I did feel that. But again, it's just quick, like bee sting pain, and it was over with pretty quickly, and I was really happy with the results. I did get some lumping and bruising, which I'll insert here. But again, that's normal, and it does go away after a period of time, and it did. However, when I smile, I don't know if you guys can see, but this lip, part of my lip goes up just a tad higher, and that is only because there is a little knot, just a small one, that kind of pushes that side of my lip up. He did say when I went back for a recheck, he was like, we need to like even it out just a little bit, because you never know, especially when it's your first time getting lip injections, how your lips are going to do. So he's like, we need to do this and this and this, and I was like, I'm just not prepared to pay that much more money. So I didn't do anything about it, but I could have gotten it fixed. I just didn't, and I could now, but it's not big enough. I would get it again. I would definitely do them again. I really enjoyed them, and I enjoyed what they go down to. So I also am not telling anyone literally to ever change anything about themselves for the sake of insecurities or trying to please other people. Like literally, I just so happen to have the money. I've always wondered what it was like to have lip injections, and I literally just did it out of curiosity. Of course, I did have really small lips, and so that was just a fact, and I didn't really love that I had small lips, but I wouldn't have been upset had I not ever been able to get lip injections. But I did have extra money one time, and I got them, and I did it. I did love them. The other thing I'm going to talk about that I got while I got lip injections was Botox. I did get Botox, and I actually did love it. I got Botox in my crow's feet. I got it in between my, like right here, and then I got it in my forehead. And I loved that, because I literally rest like this, and so that really gives me a bad headache. And with Botox, it didn't allow those muscles to move. Even when I was like resting and felt like I was doing this, I wasn't actually moving any muscles, and I didn't get those headaches. And then I got the forehead, so my forehead stayed really smooth, and it really helped with like breakouts and everything. Like I don't even know what it was, but it did great. However, I will never get Botox again in my crow's feet, and that is because it changed my smile. When I smiled, do you see how my cheeks go up, and that's what's causing my crow's feet? Well, because these muscles are paralyzed when you get Botox, that's what my smile looked like. The crow's feet were gone, but my cheeks were pushed down, and I hated it. It completely changed the way my face looked. So I'm just gonna suck it up and love my crow's feet. But if I ever have money again, if I don't, it's fine. But if I ever have that extra money again, I would love to have Botox again. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to shoot y'all a bird. But I would love to have Botox again in between my eyebrows and on my forehead. And something else I want to tell you guys about is I have gotten lash extensions before. And I got those for my birthday. My grandmother gave me money, and I really, for my birthday, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this money, and instead of blowing it on some materialistic thing that I will never use, I'm going to try the lash extensions. Now, if you guys know me, you know I rub my eyes so bad. Like when I wake up in the morning, I rub my eyes, and like I know that it's terrible for your under eye area, because there's like literally no elasticity under there. So the more you rub it, the more wrinkly and baggy and everything it's gonna get. But I love to rub my eyes. Like it's just the best feeling. Like when you're sleepy, or when you first wake up, like all that stuff, or when you first take off your makeup. Oh, it's the best feeling. So I think I'll just deal with the under eye wrinkles and use some good creams or something. I don't know. But when you have lash extensions, you can't do that. So that was pure torture for me, first of all. So I didn't do that. So that sucked. But they were pretty. But the girl that did them, I think she may have just glued them down too close to the base of my eyelid, because they started implanting in my eyelid, and they started pushing up and down, and then my eyelids started swelling over them because they were so close to my lash line that they started just pushing, and they were like, every time I'd blink, they would push into the eyelid. They were going further and further and further into my eyelid. It was terrible. So much so that, I mean, she was far away, so I couldn't just go down there, you know, anytime I wanted to. So much so that I went and tried to get a lash remover from Sally's. I put it all over my eyes. I tried to take it off, and I was pulling out chunks of my eyelashes, and I did not care because it was hurting so bad. Like, I know if you ever get your eyelash extensions done, I highly recommend going and getting them professionally taken off, because what ones I couldn't get off, I did go back to her and she was able to remove them with ease, and I saved my eyelashes. So I totally recommend going back and getting that done. And you know, you'll save your lashes, but at the moment I was desperate. I didn't care. I just wanted those out of my stinking eyelids. That's where they were, my eyelids. However, I have seen people that maintain false eyelash, or like the eyelash extensions, and they're beautiful. That's the only thing, is like they're really pretty all the time, but you have to be particular about what makeup you wear. You can't use certain makeup removers, and I'm just like all about being maintenance free when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I will probably never get those again. I know that there's a chance, you know, I could go back and just have them not glue it so close to the lash line and it would be fine. But again, I can't rub my eyes, and they're so high maintenance. So I'll never do that again. But that brings me to my next thing. The next thing I did was a lash lift and tint. I did that recently, but however, I did it while I was pregnant. So the girl did tell me that it does affect, your hormones do affect how well the perm takes, because that's basically all you're doing to your lashes is perming them. And so the curl that I have to my lashes now is all from the Grande Lash MD. I did not have that when I did that lash extensions, and once the lash extensions fell, still didn't have that. But then I started using the Grande Lash MD because I was like, I'm not doing lash extensions. I'm not doing the lift and tint anymore. I literally just want to grow my lashes. So I started religiously using that Lash MD, and it has done wonders for my lashes. But the lash lift and tint, my mother has been using the Grande Lash MD for 3 years, and so she has really full, long, thick lashes. So she literally, once she saw that I went and did that, she was like, I didn't even know that was a thing. So she went and researched it in her area. She lives in Tennessee, and she found someone that could do it, and she literally does that now instead of wearing mascara ever. So she just does a lash lift and tint. So she loves it. So this is something that I think could work for lots of people, and does work for lots of people. But for me, again, I was pregnant, and I think my hormones just affected how the perm took. Also, one of my eyes kept watering uncontrollably, and that kind of affects the perm too. But I think for certain people it could really, really work. That's just probably not something I will do again. But the end result was really pretty. Like my natural lashes were like curled up, and they were tinted, so they looked really black. Like, it was really, really pretty. But again, it's just probably not something I would do again because of discovering the Grande Lash MD and just what it literally has done for my lashes. I'm okay with my natural lashes now with mascara. Like, and if I really, really, really wanted really full lashes, I mean, there's always the lash strips, and those are really pretty too. The next thing I want to mention is my nails. I have been getting acrylic nails for probably a solid 5 or 6 years straight. And even before then, I only took like a year or two break, and I was getting them for like 3 years straight before that. Let me tell you, I know people are always talking about let your nails breathe, blah, 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 blah. I get it. I don't do it. Whether or not it's good for your nails, I don't know. But, I mean, I'll let them breathe for like a day at a time, not put anything on them. I'll pop them all off, let them breathe, and get them done the next day. I know that that's probably not doing much for my nails. My nails are pretty much paper thin, but I'm okay with that. I'll just keep getting them done until literally I have an issue. And I know probably lots of you are going to drop in the comments, well, I got this nail fungus one time because I didn't let it breathe. Well, when I get the nail fungus, I'll do that too. I'll put medicine on it. But I always get my nails done acrylic. Again, that is somebody that I mentioned in my how to be successful, promoting other people's dreams, that kind, or pushing other people's dreams, you know, supporting other people's dreams, whatever it was. In that video, I talked about my nail guy there. But I love getting my nails done. That is like my thing. I don't buy shoes. I don't buy clothes. I wear the same shoes. I wear t-shirts and shorts. I love shopping at Walmart. Very low maintenance when it comes to that. I rarely ever get my hair done. I don't do spray tans. This is my first one ever. Again, I don't do my lashes, I don't do any of that, but my main thing is makeup and my nails. That is like what I do. Like, I don't even get my eyebrows waxed anymore. I used to do that. I literally use those tinkle razors and I just shape up my own eyebrows, and that's been working for me. Of course, you have to maintain it every 2 or 3 days, but I'm okay with that because it's free and I like the results. And last but not least, I guess I'll throw this one in here because I don't know if it really counts as far as like tattoos and piercings. Here's my take on tattoos. Tattoos, to me, I'm very into like art and expressing yourself. Like, I strongly believe in that. That brings me back to like letting my kid, like when she gets to the age where she wants to do certain things to her hair and wear certain things, which she's actually already there as far as wearing certain things, and I just kind of let her do that because I want her to feel comfortable and I want her to feel confident no matter what age she's at, and I don't want her to feel like I'm creating her to be somebody. I want her to be able to be her own person, but at 5 years old is kind of to an extent, but as she gets older I definitely want to allow that option. But yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like just be yourself. You're probably going to go through phases, so just remember when you do tattoos that they are permanent. I'm covered in tattoos. I have nearly a full sleeve on this arm. I have a bunch over here. I have some on my back. I have a big one on my thigh. Like, I have several tattoos. And again, that's somebody else I mentioned in my promoting other people's dreams is my tattoo artist. But I literally love art. I started getting tattoos when I was 18 and I'm 29 and I've not regretted a one. And I think it's just because each one, even if it doesn't have like a meaning, it tells a story. Like, I remember where I was at that time when I got it. I remember how I felt. Like, I don't know. I just really love the expressing yourselves, and I won't regret tattoos even when I'm old because, first of all, have you guys ever seen old people covered in tattoos? They look freaking bad but also because when I'm old, I'm going to be old. Like, I don't care what I look like. I don't care about the tattoos on my skin. I don't care about all that. I won't care because I'll be old. Like, you know what I mean? So why hold back doing something you want to do while you're young just because you're afraid you're going to regret it when you're old. And when, like I said, when you're old, you're not going to care. Like, I don't know. And then piercings. I have had several piercings. I've had my belly button pierced. I've had both my cartilages pierced. I have 3 holes in my ears. I've had my lip, my nose. I don't know if I said belly button. My belly button. Literally don't have any of them in. And my lip's not grown up. And I can still get a belly button ring in. And I can't do my nose. It's pretty much grown up. But all 3 of my holes are still there. But my cartilages are grown up. Those are phases for me, and they do, thank God you can just take them out, because those are something that, like, sometimes I'll feel like pushing my nose ring back in and I'll do it, or sometimes I'll feel like wearing all 3 earrings and maybe not, and just one, and sometimes I feel like throwing my lip ring in, and sometimes I don't want to wear any jewelry, and it changes, it's phases. So here's my thing: as long as you're okay with a scar, because that is a lip ring scar and it's probably always going to be there. As long as you're okay with that, and the little nose ring scar, which is not as visible because it kind of just goes into the fold of my nose, but as long as you're okay with scarring, like that, those little holes, then I say go for it. Like, I'm so for those kind of things. But anyways, I know those aren't as cosmetic as you would say, but I thought I'd mention everything that I do to change myself in a way, or like express myself in a way, and just share that with you guys, share my experiences, share just what I do, why I do it, you know. The Botox, really the only reason I got the Botox is because it was a coupon for, like, you could get lip fillers and a Botox for like one price, like a certain amount of units of Botox for one price. I really just got that, but I ended up actually loving the Botox. And the reason I got the Botox wasn't because, oh my god, I'm so wrinkly. It was because all I could think about was, oh my god, if I don't have to worry about my makeup creasing in those lines, how cool would that be? And let me tell you, it was really awesome. But anyways, this is all first world things. It's totally just me telling you my experience with the things that I've done, because like I said before I went and did those things, I researched them like crazy just to see if that's really what I wanted, and it is. Is this the last time I'm going to do any of those things? No, I will continue to get tattoos. I may get another piercing. I'll probably get my lips done again, probably Botox. all those things, yeah, I'm gonna do them all again. So probably not gonna get my lashes done again, but I don't know. I say I won't now, but who knows? I'll probably ever change my hair. I'll probably ever changing my hair. I'll always get my nails done, maybe. Who knows? But just do what makes you happy, dude. Don't be worried about, like, that's the thing, is like, people were so, that's, if I got any criticism for my tattoos when I started doing my sleeve, it was, what will people think? Like, people were telling me that, and I literally did not care. I was like, it's my body. Like, this is for me. It's not for anyone else. So if you ever decide to do any cosmetic procedures, make sure you do it for you and not to please anyone else. So that's it for today's video. If you really enjoyed it, give a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed and have the post notifications turned on. Click on that notification bell, because the next 2 vlogs coming up are going to be so much fun to watch. So I'll get you guys later. Bye.